How's it going, people? Today's a video on focus and dedication. I'll be the first to admit I'm not perfect at many things. In fact, I don't know camera angles and different things. I'm sure you guys can tell that already. I'm becoming better and better at this every single day. Nobody wants to fail all the time. I was told a while back by one of my foremans in rebar, if you want to learn the best way to do things, it's going to be tough. Like, if there's an order given in front of 15 rebar guys, let's say, well, whenever he's like, let's land cages or let's unload the truck or different things, if you notice, whenever something like that happens, there's usually like a 5 second period where everybody just kind of stands there and looks at each other and nobody wants to go first. I think in human nature, that's because nobody wants to look stupid. Nobody wants to fail. Um, to be honest, I found throughout the years that if you're the first one to act, of course, a lot of times you're going to look stupid and you're not going to make the right decisions and what have you. But you'll definitely learn more. And you get over eventually the feeling that you look stupid. Within a lot of the things that I do, I know I'm not perfect. I know I'm not nailing this thing down. I know I'm not the most perfect guy or the best YouTube channel out there, and I'm fine with that. The fact that you guys are even watching my videos is an honor to me. Like, honestly, it makes me truly happy. Like, I never thought I could do these things in my life when I was a younger gentleman. Um, but the fact is like, I don't want to stop trying. You know, I refuse to give up regardless of how things end up. At the end of the day, I just want to make sure that I did what I could and that I'm doing the best I can within each day. I'm not going to be perfect at probably anything. I think experience and time gives you the better values in a lot of different areas, right? I mean, you can try and try and try and fail, and honestly, with me as a person, I believe that's okay. I just want to continue to get better in my life and try different things. I want to know when I go to sleep at night every night that I did the best I could. I mean, you hear a bunch of different people say it, is it's like that's why you make your bed in the morning, so at least you achieved one thing that day if you didn't achieve anything else. In the terms of business and everything else, like, I fail a lot. I do, I really do. And I'm okay with that. I don't have the answers to everything. That's one of the things I was taught in sales, actually, is that they tell you a good salesman has an answer to almost anything the customer's going to say. But I like to set a middle line in there, quite honestly, because you got to be a human being. Like, I don't want to sell my dying grandmother an $80,000 vehicle that I know she doesn't need. Like, I don't have it in me. So, in the terms of sales, I always do my best to be a human first and a salesman second. Like, that's kind of why storage lockers are so awesome. My girlfriend asked me the other day, she's like, well, if you're opposed to people buying things and then selling them for more, even though they know it's not worth that, then how come you're a salesman? And my answer, that was a fantastic question. She had me stumped for a minute. But my answer to that is the simple fact of you find as many ways as you possibly can to give back. Like with storage lockers, if you pay a certain amount for an entire locker, then you can afford to give people deals. So I may buy an item at half price and put the price up to three-quarters of its worth, leaving you with profit still. But then I could turn around later and buy a storage locker and I can sell you things for half price or less because I got all of it for a certain set price. So at that point, I'm giving back to the community and doing my best to help out because I know that everybody's in a rough spot certain points in their life and they may not have the money. And customers repeating your sales, you'll find out eventually that a lot of them guys just don't want to pay full price, you know, and so you also have to conduct an answer for that. And I've come up with many myself, you know. There's living out in the middle of nowhere when I was doing sales in Ontario, is people would drive out to argue with me at each one of my sales, and to me that doesn't make sense. Like, there was actually a gentleman that asked me eventually, like, if I had a problem with him, and to me that was a bit weird because he drives to my sales all the time, and then he wants to argue over the prices of everything he's interested in. So my retort question to him was, do you have a problem with me? You know, because I don't drive to his house to argue, he drives to mine. So at the end of the day, I'm just saying, like, it's okay to fail. And the point is determination. Like, I get up every day of thinking new ideas on like how to live my life and how to be better at the things I'm trying to achieve, and whether or not those things suit my lifestyle and whether I could fit something else in there. Time management is also big in my life, but we'll do that probably on another video. Uh, I just wake up with purpose and hope every day, quite simply, no matter what happens, because I just keep thinking up new ideas and trying to implement them. You know, even if I fail, I know I tried. I know I'm trying to make a better life for myself, and I know that people will understand if you fail in many different regions, regardless of whether they understand why you're doing it or not, eventually. Maybe not, some of them, maybe not today, maybe not tomorrow, but one day they will understand, like, you're striving for better, you know. So I guess that's today's TED Talk. I appreciate you guys all sticking around. As I said at the beginning of this video, man, like, the fact that I even have views on these videos means a huge amount to me, and I really appreciate it. Thank you guys. I hope you have a great weekend, and I'll see you soon, man. Have a good day.